then, it's our second last game of the season, our second last game of the save. It's home West Ham. A win puts us back on top, keeps the pressure on Manchester United. They have to then do something. They've got a trip to Anfield tomorrow. But hopefully we will still be in the title race. Of course, if we lose and they win, it's over. But that's not going to happen, right? We're up for this. We're positive. Right, I'm resting Juan Foyth. I've also put Chuka and Kalimwendo in because I wasn't happy with Alex or Andreas last time out, in all honesty. Athis and Santana has kept his place basically because Noel wasn't all that good either. And we've switched back to our normal one defensive midfielder, two central midfielders. And yeah, it's we'll do what we can. Hopefully we'll do our bit and make them at least do something. Right. Favourites are a reason. No, let's talk to the midfielders. There we go. Right. West Ham have had a decent season. They're up in the sort of European qualification spots. I'm an annoying fly in front of me now. But at home, I would hope we could take them. Yeah, they are currently 7th, and I mean they could finish as high as 3rd if they got a good finish. I'm kind of hoping they don't have that good a finish. Okay, Chelsea are winning. Yeah, I think we are pretty much guaranteed now top 2. And of course, Southampton's best ever finish was 2nd in 1984. Also reached the FA Cup semi-finals that season. Lost to a headed goal by Adrian Inchy Heath. Because of course we did. Although I blame Arsenal, quite frankly. The amount of sand in their goalmouth made the ball pop up abnormally, and he got to it first. So it's their fault. Unlike the semi-final, we lost to Liverpool 2 years later, which was entirely Kevin Bond's fault. But fortunately, I've let it go. Right, I'm going to throw out an encourage to begin with. A great header from Jamie Lawrence. Quite like us to do a little bit more. Actually, quite a lot more. I'd like us to get a couple of goals before half time and kill this game off, really. Okay, Kyle, whip it in. Or just don't. Go on, there we go. No. Oh, fired over by Victor Hugo, but it wasn't really a great chance, was it? Hence the 0.04 XG. Okay, that's a corner. We know what that means. Show on, Jamie. Oh, no. Fizzed across his face. Oh, it's on the corner though. And he's being marked by someone very small. But that's a good save by the keeper. Held it well. Inside really creating much in the way of quality chances. Billy Gilmore, as I live and breathe. Karnaseki pushes it over. Kind of like us to close them down a little better than that, if you wouldn't mind. Yay! He has been one of my better signings, Karnaseki, I think. And as soon as we realised that he was better than Livakovic, it was just no brainer. Had to be in there. Right, demand more. Come on, boys. Come on. Get yourselves in gear. They ain't that good. We can take these fools. I was going to say, surely you were offside, but Karnaseki's out there to claim it. Apparently that was a highlight. A misplayed pass through the middle. Win it! Come on, Jamie. Second ball, boys. Second ball. Got yourself played there, didn't you? Hoofed away. Well, Victor. Oh, go on, Arnaud. Right, you've got not a lot in the way of support, Arnaud. It's done well, though. Oh, go on, finish. Oh, Sergio, unlucky. Oh, he's offside anyway, apparently. Really? We're offside when we do runs like that, are we? Marcus Rashford wouldn't have been, would he? Oh, no. Right. I'm not happy with this, boys. I'm not happy with the performance. It's not been bad, but it's not been good. And Oyhan is having a stinker. Probably being marked out of the game in some way. Right, okay, yeah, I'm far from pleased. Now, let's have a look. What are they doing? Can we tell from this what they're doing? Okay, well, that's their best role. I don't want to know their best role. I want to know what they're doing now, don't I? Is that what you're actually going to tell me on the other thing? Right. Of course. Have to wait for that to come up. Okay. Right. Okay. So they've got the inside boys again. Got a defensive midfielder there. So can we get you to do anything interesting? They've got quite a creative central midfield, so it's not that that's causing us the problem. Really, I don't know. I just don't know what he's doing. We hope for a better second half. Right, well, let's crack on and see how we go. Let's encourage the boys to begin with. I do need you to do something though, Oyhan. Can't carry you as a passenger. Right, no, that's you're getting worse. Get off. Get off, get off, get off. And actually I'm going to bring Alex on as well, because you're not doing enough. I don't know you're not match sharp, but it's not much of an excuse, is it? Really? You're a good enough player to be able to cope with this. Could have put a little bit more fizz on that, Valeri. He had plenty of space there. Could have used it if the ball had got there a bit quicker. Just a thought. Sergio cuts inside. Okay. Right, go on. Oh, Kyle. You are not the one I want shooting at the end of that. Seriously, I'm not the one I want shooting. I'm going to draw and it's basically over, boys. Because they're not going to make a mess of 3 games. Right, let's demand more. Now, we are suddenly going to go at you. We're going to push at you because your wingers come inside, so they're possibly not going to be there to stop them. And I am going to attack a bit wider, I think. Right. So all my maverick tactical moves. And we're going attacking as well. We've got to do something. And we're bringing Andreas on. Are we? Yeah, stuff it. I'm bringing Andreas on. Right. Come on, fellas. Let's have you. Oh, referee! I was in. He dragged it behind the line. Surely. I saw a net in front of that ball. This is not going to go well. Come on, lads. We've got any fresh legs we can put on? Athis and Santana is done in, so Noel's going to come on. Canyon Lee. Right, that's the last roll of the dice. Probably got maybe one more shout of... Right, let's encourage. Come on, fellas. No. Oof. Well done, Alderete. Excellent challenge. Come on, Andreas. Good ball. Oh, come on, Alex. You've got to move your backside. Number of people who play balls through and you are caught on your heels. Go on. Go on. Go on. Finish. Oh, Alex. Oh. That's probably the best chance we're going to get. No, that's definitely it gone now. They're not going to make a mess of 3 games. They might lose at Anfield, but they're not going to make a mess of the other 2. No, you haven't done enough. You just haven't done enough in these games. Ultimately, we just aren't good enough. That's a very disappointing draw. And the title is almost gone. You might see the last game of the season. You might not. If Manchester United have basically clinched it by then, there's not a lot of point. So you'll be able to tell by how long the rest of this video is. But we'll see what happens. Very quick update. Liverpool beat Manchester United 3-1 at Anfield. So that's 1 down. But we have to have them mess up again. They've got Leicester and Nottingham Forest, who are 15th and 18th, so don't look promising. Okay, next update. Forest did us no favours whatsoever. But, technically, the title is still there to be won. If we win and they lose, and they're playing a Leicester side who are actually already down and therefore not desperate for the points at all. And I think they're at home. So, I mean, I can't see it happening. But the fact we've managed to take a title race to the last day, which even when we finished second in 84, we did not do. That title was already won. And we just finished strongly and ended up second. Oddly, on 77 points, although in 4 more games. So, but, yeah, we'll give it our shot. We'll see what we can do. I mean, as it turns out, beating West Ham wouldn't really have done us that many favours. I mean, we could have got a draw and them lose, but we'd still need them to lose, really. Or, well, there would have been a few more permutations. But anyway, I'll shut up and we'll get on with the Norwich game. It's the last day of the season. A trip to Carrow Road. We have to win if we want any chance at the title. And Manchester United have to lose. If that happens, we steal it on goal difference. Let's see how it goes. Andreas is back in the starting lineup. Alex is back up front. And let's do the opposition things. Okay. Let's go. This is it. Rainer Skummer's last game in charge of Southampton. Oh, De Zerbi in charge of Norwich. That could explain why they're doing as well as they are. Right. Favourites for a reason. They don't seem to respond too well to being called favourites. Let's give them all the faith I've got in them. Okay then. Keep your eye on that score at Old Trafford. Hope and pray Leicester can end their season on a high. Do us a big favour. But we've got to do ourselves a favour here at Carrow Road. Okay, Alex. Yep. Yeah, that's another not particularly clever pass, Andreas. Another one of those days again. Oh, hello. Oh, Alex almost got in. This highlight is still going. Why is this still going? Oh, Andreas nips in. Good pass. Sergio. No. Weak. Weak finish. Everton take the lead. Don't care about Everton. Okay. Let's throw out some encouragement. Karnaseki. Oh. Really give him much in the way of time there, did you, Karnaseki? Not a good ball out. You're supposed to play it to the centre-backs and the full-backs. If they're not available, wait a bit. If they're still not available, then kick it long. Don't give it to someone who's being closed down in the centre of midfield. You plum. Still goalless at Old Trafford. Going to have to demand some more of you boys, because you're not really doing anything, are you? Please tell me we nick this ball off you and counter. Okay, we have stolen the ball. Oh, stop dilly-dallying on that flaming thing! God. Just gonna stand there, they're gonna nick it off you. And if you're just gonna stand there, I'm gonna thump you one. We need a performance, boys. This is not the way to try and win a title, because you're not trying to win a title at the moment, are you? I'm going to berate you, quite frankly, because you haven't done anywhere near enough for a team that needs to win the title. And yes, I know Manchester United need to do something very badly wrong. But that doesn't mean that us sitting here doing nothing right is going to get us anywhere. We don't do our bit, they can lose all they like. At the moment, they're still not. But if Leicester scored now, and you just let this dribble out to another goalless draw, then wouldn't you just hate yourself? Not the best ball anyone's ever played, Santana. Not really ideal. Could have still knocked that about, but no. No, you decided to play some stupid lobbed pass to someone who was never really going to win it. That has got to be a mile offside. Apparently it wasn't. Really? We let him get that far behind us, did we? Go on, Andreas. Go. Come on. There we go. Oyhan. Oh, it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. Oh. And Manchester United are winning anyway, so it really is completely irrelevant now. But you could have at least done your bit. And now they're 2-0 up. Yep, it's gone. It's all gone. Just... Why are they suddenly in the ascendancy? You are getting shouted at. I don't even care if this corner goes in. You are getting shouted at. Offside anyway, Alex, because we still haven't learnt the rule, have we? Right, well, barring a Leicester miracle, and I am far from pleased with what I've just seen. On a day where we have to win, you have done so little of any actual note. And yeah, apparently we've got a more XG and we've had 4 shots on target. Seen precious little though, have we? So it can't have been that good. And now it's 3-0 and yeah, thanks Leicester. You just completely collapse, why don't you? This is why you're going down, you useless swines. Right, you're getting berated again. You are still annoying me by doing nothing useful at all. Right, so what do they use? See, again, they come inside. Right, well, let's try switching it up again then. Let's try the old double defensive midfield rubbish. Because you don't seem to be able to do anything else. Right, you stay wider. You stay wider. You stay wider. And you stay wider. Don't mark that specific position because I haven't got one, so you're wasting your time doing it. Do we need to attack out wide? Probably not. Actually, no. Let's attack a bit wider. And then I need to actually go back here and take Victor Hugo off. Put Noel on. And Alex, you've had him long enough to do absolutely nothing in, so you're coming off as well. Right. Well, it's not the greatest of ways to sign off, is it? Really, demand more. Oh, cannon window, got there. Looks it in, Arribas. Oh. Right, head it over. All of a sudden Arribas is playing better, allegedly. Okay, well in Valeri. Yep, that's it. Knock it inside. Ah, oof. That was a bit panicky. Although he may have been playing it out because his teammate was injured, so we'll let him get away with that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Harry Bass is in acres of space. Just about manages to control that. Oh. Would have been better if you were going to leave that, if you'd have made a run beyond the defender so he could play it over the top to you. Really. Sergio, why are you shooting from there? That is such a low percentage chance. And you've got so many more options. You've got 2 men up with you. Sure, you could have carved something better than that out, Sergio. Again, just not doing it. When we need to do it most, we can't do it at all. I would be hoping he was offside in that situation, but you never know, he might not have been. Good bit of defending to stop him getting a shot away, but really, a Calvert-Lewin hat-trick really isn't that good, is he? Let's be honest. Even when he's actually fit, he's not all that good. Well, go on, Andreas. Okay. Is that going to count? No, someone is going to be offside. Someone is offside. How is this? You better show me who's offside and why. And if you're going to claim that it was because he was stood in front of the keeper, no. Straight offside there, you Burke, Arnaud. Absolute Burke. Go on. Oh, for God's sake, that's got to be better than that. Oh, just haven't got enough quality. It's so annoying to see us just not perform when we actually need to. Demand a little bit more. Again, I mean, Canning Window's played like an arse. And I'm not taking Alex off. We had an arse out there. Just changed nationality, basically, didn't it? Well, thank you for cocking things up so badly, Leicester, because frankly, if you'd have got the win we needed you to get and we'd have produced this performance in response to it, I'd have been royally miffed. I'm already not happy with the performance, but I would have been so annoyed had we actually had a shot at it and done that. Well, what do I say after that, really? Sorry. Wasn't the good end I hoped it would be. And those last 2 games were god-awful to watch. So the final wrap-up of this save, and I think it says everything about the standards I set for myself, which maybe they're unrealistic. But the fact that we finished second in the league, quarterfinals in the Champions League, quarterfinals in the FA Cup, and runners-up in the Carabao Cup, and I am disappointed with the season. I mean, we were top of that league for quite a lot of it, to be honest. But we just didn't do it on the big occasions when we needed to. And I think it would probably take quite a bit of money to get players who could. Unfortunately, some of my best players, Andreas, I'm looking at you, can't be relied upon to be there when you need them. And you're always worried if you put them in for a big game that they're not going to show up. And several times he didn't. maybe tactically I don't get things right. I mean, thinking about it in hindsight, the Manchester United game, I should have looked to see how they changed their setup when they went down to 10 men and tried to see if I could exploit that in any way. I didn't. That's on me. But, I mean, the annoying thing is, if we win that game, we win the title. We win that game, we have 81 points, they have 80. It would have been enough. But we never really looked like winning it, did we? So, still, we have won a couple of trophies. Like I say, an FA Cup, a Europa League, Southampton's first ever European trophy. We've had some very good days, and it could have just been just that bit better at the end there if we could just play when we need to. But it's done now, and I have to say, I mean, my favourite player from the save, Jamie Lawrence, hands down. I mean, the boy at corners is just an absolute marvel. He has scored 22 goals in competitive games this season. And yeah, I mean, since he signed for us, what's that? He scored 2 competitive goals there, 13 there. So that 15, 26. He's scored 48 goals in 4 seasons from centre back. And he doesn't start a huge number of games. So, yeah, I just love what he's given us and the number of times he's bailed us out. But that's it. I mean, by all means, put in the comments who your favourite player through the save has been. It'd be interesting to see if Jamie Lawrence gets as much love from you as he does from me, or if you had someone else that was your favourite player. And yeah, hopefully it won't be too long after that we start the beta save with Football Manager 24, which is looking promising as a game. So we'll see how it turns out. But thank you very much for coming on this journey with me. It started as one thing, it finished as another. It was supposed to be Southampton and Portsmouth together. Portsmouth decided that football wasn't for them, so we gave up on them. Yeah, it ended up being quite the run with Southampton, probably the team's most successful period in their history over the last few years, but ultimately just short of that glorious final prize. Anyway, like I say, thank you very much for joining me on this journey, and I hope to have you back in Norway for the beta save when Football Manager 24 comes out. In the meantime, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you around. Bye bye for now.